Welcome to Love and Romance Tarot Readings. Per usual, I am super excited to get into today's video. Today, we are doing a reading about romantic interests, romantic partners, flirtationships, anyone who likes you in a romantic way or is curious about you in that way. What do they tell their friends and family about you? How do they describe you? What do they tell people about you? What is their energy that they truly get from you? And they tell their, close connections about. So super excited to get into it. Per usual, you can always check me out on Etsy. It is always linked in the description. That is where I do accept private tarot readings. And other than that, we're going to jump right in. So pause the video if you're needing more time, because we're just going to get started. We got group 1 with the Modern Witch Tarot and the Clear Quartz Point. Group 2 with the Gilded Tarot Royale and the Citrine Point. Group 3 with the Crystal Visions Tarot and the Rose Quartz Point. And group 4 with the Animal Totem Tarot and the Obsidian Point. So like I said, pause the video if you need more time, if I went a bit too fast for you. Other than that, we're just gonna jump right into it. All right, if you chose group 1 with the Clear Quartz Point and the Modern Witch Tarot, this is your reading. We are getting into what romantic partners, romantic love interests, tell their friends and family about you. What do they really feel about you? What do they say when you're not there to hear? So this is how they take your energy first. We got Queen Esther and Rita of Cassia. Two very strong energies that came out. The Patroness of Impossible Causes. I am miraculous. My prayers create powerful channels of possibility. So right away, they feel like you're more traditional. They get a very traditional vibe from you, where you believe in the universe, God, the power of prayer, the power of manifestation. They get a very kind of mystic power from you, where it's like you have the ability to manifest, and they feel like you kind of know them. A lot of people take your energy like this. They feel like you know them before they know you. They feel like you can see through like anything that they may, tell you. When they try to put their best foot forward, or when they try to show you who they are, they feel like they can't really get over on you, because for the most part, you already know who they are. Very interesting. And then also with that, the Patroness of Impossible Causes, you may stand up for the underdog. You may have unique opinions where you don't go with what society thinks, where you have a mind of your own. They feel like you're not afraid to tell your real opinion, even if it's different from the majority, or even if it makes people a little bit uncomfortable. You may also be a healer, someone who supports causes. And then we have Queen Esther, the Morning Star. My ego is in service of my soul. I trust in my soul's divine timing. Ooh, you guys, the Morning Star, have you heard of like Lucifer Morning Star? If you've watched that show, or if you've, read up about like, Lucifer, anything like that. It's the Morning Star. It is dark energy, and look at her. She looks so badass. She looks like such a baddie. Like, she looks like she really has the power to do anything, and that's how they perceive your energy, as someone who's very sure of yourself. And it says, my ego is in service of my soul, meaning you're not afraid to create your own happiness. I feel like you naturally please people because you have the capability to do so, because you have the energy and the resources and the attention to detail to make people happy. But your ego is in service of your soul, so you're going to choose you. And for some of you, that's not something you've always had. You may have been a people pleaser in the past, or someone who doesn't feel like what they have to give is necessarily enough. Someone who kind of goes out of their way to shower people and pay extra mind to other people and what they think. But I feel like there's a shift here. I feel like you guys have evolved into this. And then the last one we have for you, we have Pope Joan. The pointiff of possibilities. The possibilities are limitless because the soul is limitless. More of that energy where you guys truly feel limitless. I feel like your energy may intimidate them a little bit because they're not used to not being able to have control over people typically. Like, I'm reading on how people perceive your energy, and they perceive you as someone that they can't get over on, someone who they have to treat with the utmost respect. It's like you hold yourself up like a god or a goddess. So they just know by the way that you treat yourself how they have to treat you. So when they tell other people about you, they tell people like, dude, this is a very powerful person. Like, this is someone who has a lot of power. They're very spiritual, and I get nervous around them. You know, I feel so attracted to them as well. I feel like they could absolutely destroy me, but they also have the ability to build me up. So I'm just hooked. Like, a lot of people get super hooked on your energy. And it's funny because I don't read cards that come out sideways. Usually I turn them. But this Five of Pentacles came out sideways, and it's like, I can ice you out, or I can create a world of comfort for you and build you up, and you won't have to worry about lack, you know? So it's just funny how that came out sideways, even just to show like your energy. You can build someone up, you can be a great friend, you could be someone amazing to have in their corner, but they also feel like they have to respect you. We have the Justice card in reverse and the Six of Pentacles. So people also see you as someone who isn't the best responsible. Like, you kind of like, and it's interesting because I was getting a traditional energy from you, but I actually heard someone, I was talking to this guy in my family. He does YouTube as well, and he is a relationship coach, and he was telling me about how his wife is very much so like a queen. Like, that's her archetype, that's her energy. So she spends money because she knows that she will always attract money. And whereas he like is more nervous, like, okay, you really spending a lot of money, you know, she just spends freely because she knows money is attracted to her. And that's how I perceive your energy. That's how it's coming in. Like, honestly, with the Justice card in reverse, you would rather live well than like necessarily have security in the future. And I don't feel like that's completely accurate. It's almost, okay, this is a better example. It's like when you go on vacation, right? You know you're going to spend money. You're not going to go on vacation if you're going to be cheap, if you're going to be cutting corners, if you're not going to be able to do anything, if you're not going to be able to order what you want when you know, go out to dinner, if you're not going to be able to, you know, do the rent the jet skis and etc. Like, whatever you're doing on vacation, you know, you're not going to go if you're going to be worried about money. That's a much better way to describe this energy, because I do get a stable energy with you guys where you know what you deserve. So you know that you have to have a solid foundation that you can always kind of live off of. But this is a better energy. Like, Six of Pentacles, you're not cheap. People see you as someone who's like luxury, lavish. Like, people take your energy. They perceive you as someone that they have to, they perceive you as someone who they have to kind of spoil. I remember I was talking to this guy, and one of his friends wanted to talk to one of my friends, and I was like, I don't know, you gotta have, you know, you gotta have swag to talk to her. And he was like, oh, I got clothes, you know, I got expensive things, you know. And then he started going into like all these different brands that he had, and I didn't mean that at all. I meant like the way that you talk to her. Like, you have to have game, you know. She's someone who's very quick on her feet, etc. And I get that energy with you guys where people assume that they have to make a lot of money. People assume that they have to be like at the top of their game. They assume that they have to be rich to even like get a look from you. Like, Six of Pentacles, 2 sixes coming out embodying your energy. Six of Pentacles, and then the Six of Wands. You know, this is giving luxury. This is giving everyone, you know, you can look but you cannot touch type of energy. Everyone cannot have me, you know. So they feel like they have to really work for you. And for you guys, group 2, you know, or sorry, group 1, a lot of people may turn away from the challenge. So if you find that you get a lot of flirtation from people, and then next thing you know, they just kind of go ghost and their attention is elsewhere, it's because they know, or they feel like they have to, like, if they're gonna, you know, step to you, they gotta come correct, you know, they gotta have resources, they have to be a valuable person. We got the Temperance card here, and look at the High Priestess wanting to come out. You know, this is an energy of you being very much so a mystic. People have a hard time understanding you as well. Not understanding you, but what's that saying? They have a hard time reading you. You know, they can't tell what you're thinking. You're hard to read. You're hard to, like, you know, people really have to be vulnerable to understand you, because I don't feel like you're normal in the sense that you have, oh, these are the qualities about me, and then it's like, oh, she's this kind of girl, or he's this kind of guy. You know what I mean? It's like you're kind of a combination of a bunch of different energies. So people don't know how to get yeah, they don't know how to please you. They don't know how to make you happy. 9 of Cups in reverse. So people say you're hard to please. People say you're hard to figure out. People also say that you're hard to manipulate, hard to play. And honestly, that's a good thing, you guys. You don't want to be someone who's easy to manipulate, because then you get manipulated. So we have the Engineer and the Samaritan. I was definitely getting that Samaritan energy before. There's those two. The light attributes of the Engineer: ability to give creative energy to practical expression, talent for designing resolutions to common dilemmas. Shadow attributes of this: reliance on mechanistic solutions without regard for emotional consequences. Ooh. And that's definitely that Queen Esther Morning Star energy coming back, you know, where it's like, my ego is in service of my soul. I do what's best for me. So if I cut you off, no, I'm not going to be, you know, tapping into my emotional energy to do so. My emotions aren't going to keep me from doing what is best for me or best for the situation. And so people kind of feel like, you know, you're hard to work with or hard to manipulate. I feel like you guys attract a lot of looks, but you don't attract a lot of relationships, specifically because, you guys, there's a lot of F-boys, F-girls running around here, okay? And if they can finesse you, they will do so without hesitation. So don't conform. Like, I don't feel like you guys will, but I'm telling you, do not conform, because you're just going to get played. Sure, you'll get attention. Sure, you'll get relationship offers, but with people who are going to play you. So it's not worth it, you know? Don't change. Don't ever change. I feel like if you're in your light energy, group 1, you're really confident in your energy, you're really confident in yourself, and I don't feel like you'll feel the need to change. But if you start to get into your shadow and you start to feel insecure, like we all do from time to time, you may feel like you want to conform to, you know, what society wants from you. And society and men and women and people just want to use you at the end of the day. You know, if you're not creating your own story, you're just going to better someone else's and be a side character in their main story. So hold on to this energy. Okay, so the Samaritan light attribute refines your capacity to help those who you would prefer to ignore. So you feel called to help people when you can. And it's crazy how people take you as someone who's like maybe a little bit heartless, maybe a little cold, or, you know, someone who isn't that tapped into their emotional side, because that's not true at all. You're always wanting to help people, but the people who deserve to be helped, you know, not martyrs, people feeling sorry for themselves and they just want someone to do their whole life for them. And also not people who just want to take advantage but pretend that they need your help or they need you in some way. Like, you can see straight through it. You know, when someone really needs your help, you find it hard to ignore them. You will help them. You know what I mean? Shadow attribute: exacting appreciation and recognition for the help that you offer. And that's another thing, you know, and that's just the truth. You know, it's hard for you to want to help people when they don't appreciate it. And that's another thing that keeps you from being super, like, you know, giving in your energy. For one, you're in service of yourself. You know your value and you know what you want for your life. So you're not just going to be giving away your energy willy-nilly. But also people don't freaking appreciate it. So it's like, why am I going to be going out of my way to bend over backwards for someone who doesn't appreciate it, won't even barely say thank you? All right, we have child, the magical attribute of the child. Seeing the potential for sacred beauty in all things, the belief that everything is possible. Now, that is something that has come out consistently in multiple decks. We got the High Priestess, we got Temperance, we got the Six of Wands, Six of Pentacles. You can very much so do for yourself, and a lot of it, High Priestess is intuitive. A lot of it is in a magical sense. It's like, I don't chase, I attract. A complete surrender to the universe, therefore there's nothing blocking you and everything really does get attracted to you. But that's something that has come through consistently, the fact that you're limitless and that's how you view the world, in a very limitless kind of way. You know, you don't stress out over certain things because you know there's always something that's going to be attracted to you. Shadow attributes, pessimism, depression, disbelief in miracles, believing that energy and action are not required for growth. So tapping into this energy, I feel like you guys teeter back and forth. And that's why I love these cards, because it gives the perspective of like your higher self, the light attributes, and then the shadow attribute, your shadow self or lower self. And that's just the honest to goodness truth. You guys may teeter on more pessimistic, like when someone talks to you, they may get this like really kind of like pessimistic point of view that they're like, where did that even come from? Like, I didn't even know they felt like that. Like, okay, you know, and then, you know, at other times they may get this like doe-eyed, bright-eyed, bushy-tailed, mystical, magical energy from you. So your energy definitely changes depending on the day, depending on the time, how you're feeling. Let's see. What do they tell their family and friends about you? You know, you're an enigma. I gotta be honest, group one, it's hard to say because they don't fully understand you. Yeah, we got the never ending story card that just fell out. It's like they can never fully figure you out. So people are always talking about you. If your ears are always ringing as well, that would just be confirmation. But people are always talking about you, and if you're like clairaudient, you can hear it sometimes. Or if you have a thought that doesn't feel like your own, but you're just kind of starting to grow on your spiritual journey, that's you being initiated into clairaudience, and you're starting to hear other conversations from the angelic realm, from, you know, this 3D reality, etc. But never ending story, honestly, people feel like they're always trying to figure you out, and there isn't like a perfect way to really explain you and your energy and who you are. It's like you kind of stress people out a little bit. They feel like they can never fully have you, they can never fully get a hold of you, they can never fully understand you. And that's also very exciting and riveting, because it's like they never get bored with you. You're literally different from day to day. I'm telling you, you're an enigma. We have the time for a nap card that wanted to come out. So again, more of that energy. Like a lot of people fold, like, you know, they don't know how to get through to you, so they give up. They feel like you're impossible to please, when really it's not that you're impossible to please. It's just that people have to be authentic. You have to truly get to know me. Like for an example, like, it's not that you don't like flowers, but flowers in itself isn't just going to impress you. And a lot of people these days, they don't take time to really get to know people, to say, okay, what kind of gift would they really appreciate? What kind of gift would really resonate with them? I feel like you guys are great gift givers as well. Christmas may be your favorite holiday, or any holiday where you get to give gifts, you know, like you love when your friends have birthdays and things, because you always get the best gifts for them. Dang it. I literally forgot what I was gonna say. Oh, okay, so yeah, you know, it's like people don't take the time to get to know you, to see what you would like, and it's not that it has to be expensive, but like, say for an example, you went on a date, you know, and you said, you know, just in casual conversation, yeah, my coffee maker just broke, da 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 da, and so on and so forth. The next day, they bring you flowers, sure, you would appreciate it, but if they brought you a coffee maker, that's how they actually take steps forward to get close to you. And flowers are like 10 to 20 bucks depending on what you're buying. And coffee makers are like 10 to 20 bucks. You know what I mean? They're not expensive. It's not about the money. It's just about the thought. And like I said, I don't feel like you guys are ungrateful. You especially, we saw, don't like when people are ungrateful or not appreciative of you. But the way to get closer to you is to really take the time to pay attention to you and get to know you. And if people don't do that, no, you're not easy to impress. You can't just get me flowers. It's not that I'm not going to appreciate it. I'm still going to say thank you. You know, it still feels good to get a gift, but that's not going to make me feel like, oh, I want to be in a relationship with you, you know? And that's the energy that you guys give off. So you're hard to please to people who are living on that surface level where they don't have deep connections. Love it. We have the To Be Fair card. It's funny, it's coming right out under the Temperance card. We also got the Justice in reverse too. So a lot of fair energy, a lot of yin and yang energy, a lot of Libra energy. I feel like you guys have really good balance of masculine and feminine. But with this To Be Fair energy, I don't feel like, you know, your requests are ridiculous. I don't feel like you ask for anything that's unfair or anything that's too much, but you do ask that if you want to get close to me, this is the requirement. You know, you're going to have to actually get to know me. You're not going to be able to do these cookie cutter things that, you know, are like that's not going to have a big impact on me. And if you want me enough, then you will realize that and you will move accordingly. And if you don't, because you guys know that the universe is truly limitless, I don't feel like you chase people. I just heard anymore. So some of you, your guides are calling you out like, oh no, he used to. She used to. Don't get it twisted. Okay, relax. Everyone deserves to change. And yeah, you guys, tapping into this energy, like I said, don't ever change. Don't ever change from who you are, from this energy, because you're so deserving. And it's just like, you know, don't feel bad for not giving people what they don't deserve of you. So we have by the book and mending. I feel like a lot of people kind of come in and out of your life. They always want to make amends with you. When people are not friends with you anymore, they really feel your loss. They really feel when you're not there, and they always kind of want to make things up to you. They always end up coming back, you know. We did get the never ending story card, so a lot of people can't stay away from you for too long. But you are about structure, and that's what I was getting before. Which one was it? Was it the engineer? I think it was the engineer. And it was like, we have to do this in a methodical, by the book kind of way. You can't impress me with, you know, just like trying to play on my emotions. Like, this has to make sense. If you don't respect me, you don't get me. You know what I mean? I love your energy. Like I said, group 1, do not ever change. This is what they tell their friends and family about you. Honestly, they have a hard time describing you. They have a hard time really kind of getting to know you as well, and understanding you in itself. So people may not have very, very much to say that they can articulate to their friends and family, because unless they've taken that step to be vulnerable with you, to really get to know you, they don't know you very well. So what are they going to say? You know what I mean? But like I said, I absolutely adore your energy. Never, 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 never change. I just love this energy, and you need it these days. So yeah, you guys, that is what I have for you. That is what they tell their friends and family about you, what I could get. And, you know, per usual, if you want to go deeper, you can hit me up on Etsy. It's always in the description below, as well as timestamps. I should add that to the intro. And yeah, that was your reading. I'll talk to you later. All right, if you chose group 2 with the Gilded Tarot Royale and the Citrine Point, this is your reading. We are getting into what romantic interests, romantic partners, lovers tell their friends and family about you. Anything that we can get, how they truly perceive your energy, and what they're telling people about you. All right, let's jump right in. So we have Bridget that came out first, the goddess of the eternal flame. Ooh, I can already tell. You guys are very passionate people. You love hard. What do they tell their friends and family about them? Ooh, Yemaya. This one really wanted to come out. I felt it in my hand bouncing around for like a little bit. All right, let's get right into it. So first, we have Bridget, Yemaya, and Sarada Devi. Bridget, the goddess of the eternal flame. I am an eternal flame, and each day my light grows brighter. So people feel like the more they get to know you, it just gets better and better. I feel like you're someone that slowly blooms. You're not someone who shows all of who you are and what you are right up front. You're someone who slowly but surely opens up. So when you meet people, you may be a little bit shy. And then as they get to know you, they may find that you're like really funny, like seriously a comedian, or really quick on your feet and sarcastic and like intelligent. Or they may find that you're like really quirky, you know, like tapping into your energy. Oh, also I was getting a very fiery energy in the beginning, where it's like all of that coming out of that little body, or like, you know, wow, you're short but a firecracker, or you're so quiet but like big in personality once people get to know you. The energy that I get though consistently with you guys is like, it's not all up front. People don't see everything about you right in the beginning. They kind of have to earn that in a way. So then we have a Yemaya, the goddess of all that flows. I am the ocean of creative energy. I give birth to what exists within me. So you're constantly recreating yourself. They may be a little bit of a Scorpio energy, Plutonian energy. This would be like water sign energy. So it could be Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces placements that you guys have heavily. But your love is very intense. And it's crazy because we got fire and water. So it's like they don't know what they're going to get, but it's always very passionate. And then we have Sarada Devi, the Divine Mother. Unconditional love exists within me. The presence of love is the absence of judgment. So you're someone who people can tell like embarrassing things to, who like isn't gonna laugh in their face, isn't gonna go tell other people, isn't gonna run away. People can tell you like, yeah, I don't live in the best neighborhood, or you know, I live in a, you know, unconventional home, like a trailer or something like that. You know, things that people would be embarrassed about for whatever reason in today's society. They feel like they can tell you and they can let you into their world without judgment. And I feel like you're so genuine and you really do just want the best for anyone and everyone. And if you can help someone, I feel like you will, but they feel safe with you, you know, and they tell people that they're very passionate. They're also very intuitive, and I feel very safe with them. They're genuine, they're different. I don't feel like they're like everyone else. So then we have Khadija, the mother of believers, and Green Tara, the Buddha of enlightened action. I'm spiritually and financially abundant. I provide heaven and earth for myself. Okay. Period. I love that energy. You're a go-getter. You're someone who's very genuine and a very hard worker. You will work hard. You're not afraid of hard work. I feel like you guys would choose, like most people, to work smarter, not harder if you can, but you're not afraid of hard work, and you're not waiting for a man or a woman or a partner to have the experiences that you want with, to like live out your financial dreams with. We have Green Tara, the Buddha of enlightened action. My soul informs every step. I do what my heart compels me to do. Yeah, and not everyone understands you. I feel like, you know, you guys are the type of people who you just know. Like, you just know in your soul and your spirit what to do, or you just know where to go. Like, you guys heavily depend on your intuition, and super logical people or left brain type people may not understand that. So they see you as someone very kind of spiritual and intuitive, and they don't feel like they always understand you. And then we have Parvati and Margaret Port, the goddess of devotion. I am love that doesn't leave. When I commit, my soul evolves. When I commit to love, my soul evolves. So you guys will see it all the way through. You're not someone who's going to give up. Like, you guys are a lover and a fighter. Someone who will fight for the relationship, someone who will put in the work, and someone who won't give up just because someone's a little rough or on the edges. You're not turned off by that. You will help them. The mystic of divine love. Love is divine, and I am nothing except love. So it's like, you won't change me, you know, type of energy I get from you guys, where it's like, regardless of who people are, you're not going to, you know, change me. Like, regardless if people are mean to you, or they don't bear their souls, or they're not willing to be vulnerable, they're not lovers, you're not going to change from a situation. You know what I mean? Like, if you go through something hard with someone, you're still going to show up, and you're still going to be a lover. You're still going to be a fighter. As I cut the deck, we got the Hermit and the Chariot. You've spent a lot of time alone. And I feel like that's because you've healed a lot from past relationships. And we have the Chariot card. So now you have a whole different perspective on life. You're ready to go. You're a go-getter. You're willing to work. Like I said, now waiting on someone to support you or, you know, take care of you in any other way than emotionally. These cards do not want to freaking shuffle. All right, let's get into it. Let's get more of what they tell their friends about you. Yeah, we have the Fool in reverse and the Ace of Cups. So you seem like someone who's afraid. And I feel like that's just your shy nature. You're more of an observer right away. But with this Fool card in reverse, it's kind of like, I don't feel like you guys attach to people very easily because you know that if you really get close to someone, you're gonna like, you know, they're gonna get all of you. So like I said, I feel like you guys are shy in the beginning and then you kind of bloom and open up and people see like just who you are, how big of a heart you have, how willing to love you are. Wonderful. Wow, we got the 10 of Cups. People see you as wife, husband, life partner material, you guys. People really perceive your energy as someone who has it all, like the perfect package. You know, someone who's emotional. People love that. As much as people want to pretend that they don't have emotions, oh my God, people love it. That's why they will never stop messing with you once they see that you're someone who's very emotional. And the thing about being emotional, it's not just about sadness. That's not what emotional is. Emotion, there's more than one emotion. There's anger, there's happiness, there's giddiness, there's excitement. Like, you know, there's all these emotions. So they're all very, very strong. And that's why people can't stop messing with you. They want to be close to you. They want to get to know you. They want to be a part of your life. They cannot leave you alone because you guys share your emotions. You allow yourself to be vulnerable. You're not afraid of that part of yourself. And 9 of Swords in reverse, I love this because this is like no tears left to cry. Yeah, you guys are liberated. I'm hearing the whole song like, right now I'm in a state of mind I want to be in all the time, ain't got no tears left to cry, so I'm picking it up. And it's just like, I remember when that song came out and it was, you know, after Mac passed and it was like a really sad time. And everyone thought that No Tears Left to Cry was going to be like a super slow, sad ballad. But it was just like, I've been through so much. I've worked so hard to grow mind, body, and soul and my spirit, you know, hard for my money, hard for what I have, hard for my emotional intelligence. I've worked hard for my spirituality. I've worked hard to pull myself out of the places that I've been. And group 2, no one got you here but you. So I'm glad you feel that way, and I'm glad you're proud of yourself, and I'm glad you're getting to a place or you're already in a space of no tears left to cry, because you do not need to be crying anymore. You do not deserve to be crying anymore. You deserve to be happy. You deserve to live in abundance. And 9 of Swords is exactly that energy. It's like, dude, I done been through it, okay? I done lived enough lives for 3 people, let alone 1. And I have no tears left to cry. I'm not gonna sit here and be sad and upset. I'm not gonna sit here and, you know, feel lonely and just be upset about what I do or do not have. I'm gonna accept myself as I am. Wow. We got the Ace of Pentacles. You're very independent. That's definitely something that people tell their friends and family. And I'm getting a lot of feminine energy with this one, I gotta be honest. I keep feeling like saying she. Like when I'm describing you, like she's so confident, she's so abundant, she has everything, like, you know, when I'm talking of the perspective of your person. So there's a lot of feminine energy here, but people see you as very abundant. And this is just like the perfect balance. Ace of Cups is water energy, Ace of Pentacles is earth energy, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, and then Scorpio, Cancer, Pisces. So it's like you have earth energy, you're very grounded and stable, and I feel like that earth energy is like exactly what you developed when you went through the hard stuff. You know, how to reground yourself and pick yourself up. You have so much to be proud of. And you haven't even scratched the surface. Now this is insane. The Empress card and the Hangman. Honestly, people kind of wonder if you're ready though for a relationship. because we have two cards like this now. We had the Fool in reverse before, and then now we have the Empress in reverse. So people feel like you're really resistant to getting in a relationship and committing. This may be like, you know, to the wrong person. Like, you're not just going to give anyone your love. You want to go for the person that you want. You want someone of value. You want someone who is going to treat you well, check all your boxes, etc., etc. And then we have the Hangman. So it's like, once you are ready to commit, you fully commit. You don't hold back. You're not going to be in a relationship and give it, you know, I hate when people do that. Like, they're in a relationship and they're still wanting their partner to prove things to them. You know what I mean? Like, don't get in the relationship unless you see all that you need to see. Don't spend your entire relationship trying to get out of your partner. Do you love me? Do you care about me? Or, you know, are you the person for me? Whatever, whatever. You have to know that before you enter. Otherwise, don't enter if you're not sure. So people feel like you spend extra time deciding what you want. 8 of Cups, you are willing to walk away. Your exes feel like they cannot get a hold of you. They cannot touch you. You may literally have them blocked. And it's like, all love, you know, I don't hate you, but definitely loving you from a distance, you know. Without that experience, you realize that, you know, you wouldn't have had all of the growth that you've had. But no, we don't need to talk. Ooh. Temperance in reverse. Keep getting this energy. What is this? I have to figure this out. We have the 2 of Cups at the bottom of the deck. So the underlying energy is you're definitely more of a lover more than anything. But there's this unbalanced energy about you. What is that? What is that energy? Let's pull from the archetype cards. Okay, that came out right away. What the heck? Okay, so we have the Visionary. Light attributes of the Visionary: capacity to envision what is not yet conceivable to others, willingness to proclaim a vision without regard for personal gain. Exactly. So this was the energy I was getting before, where it's like, you guys can see that anything is possible and you're not afraid to lean into your intuition and to treat your intuition like it's fact. And a lot of people don't understand that. Shadow attributes: seeing insights to the it says selling insights to the highest bidder, compromising your vision to make it more acceptable. So I feel like the unbalance that I'm getting, especially since this came out right away, is actually that you guys go back and forth a lot in this energy. One moment you want to be strong, one moment you do like that's the truth. You just want to be taken care of and you want someone to nurture you. So I feel like there's a slight bitterness to the fact that you did have to do everything alone. And I felt so empowered before, and I was channeling that message like, no one got you here but you. But that is a bit of a sore spot for you. And it's almost like you don't even like to talk about it, not to other people, because it's like, yeah, and you weren't there for me. You know what I mean? I know I'm powerful. You don't need to tell me that. I know I'm amazing. You don't need to tell me that. I'm amazing because I had to. And that period of time was unpleasant. That's going to resonate to the people who it resonates with, because that's such a specific message that's almost hard to articulate and put into words. So if that resonates with you, that's your message for sure. That's a message for you. How else do they see this person? How did they describe them? Now all these cards are flying out. Dilettante, light attributes: delights in the arts without having to be a professional, alerts you to the danger of becoming superficial in your pursuits. So you're someone who's very creative, connected to art and just creative energy in general. So you know the power of creative energy. And I feel like you guys kind of warn people about, like, I feel like you know what creativity actually is and what that looks like. And, I feel like people kind of move out here like just like, I don't know, you can tell there's a lot of souls that are kind of unevolved or stuck in the matrix. And I feel like you kind of warn people, but because it's spiritual, they don't get it. And I say this all the time, like, we live in a very masculine oriented society. So if it's not like, if you didn't work for it and you just attracted it to you, people aren't going to understand. Or if you have a channeled message for someone, or you tell someone something that you just feel in your spirit, they're not always going to honor it or understand it because it isn't perfectly logical. So I feel like you are a very evolved soul. Like I was saying, I was getting like, you guys live 3 lifetimes, let alone 1. Like, and people kind of find you to be it's intense, but they almost don't resonate with your energy because it's so otherworldly, because it is so evolved. So I feel like something that's going to be important in your life group too is finding your spiritual community, finding your tribe. Seriously. Otherwise, you're going to be super, super frustrated. And a lot of people go through this in the spiritual journey. A lot of people like go through this point in your evolution where you don't even want to talk to people because you're just like, oh my God, people are so stupid. Like, they talk about the dumbest things and they just, it's just so annoying. Like, a lot of people go through that in the spiritual journey. Like, you have a hard time communicating with people, like small talk and like resonating with people, because it's just like, all you want to talk about is BS, like stuff that does not matter. You know what I mean? So people definitely have a hard time understanding you. They definitely feel like you're very evolved, very wise, but I almost get an energy where people kind of feel like you're not from this planet. And if you feel like homesick, that may be something specifically that resonates with you. The shadow attribute of this, pretension to much deeper knowledge than you actually possess. Okay, so there's the light attribute and the shadow attribute. And that's what I was getting throughout this entire spread. I'm like, what is that energy? Like, you guys fight yourself a lot, because sometimes you do feel like, you know, you can do anything, you can handle anything, you can get anything that you want. But other times you really do feel like almost like this imposter syndrome. Like, I'm not who people think I am. I'm not I'm not just like super overly strong. I had to be, you know? And I feel like that's where the bitterness again comes from, because it's like, it's not just that I was just born this absolute strong trailblazer. Like, you may be genuinely, like, truly very delicate in your energy. And you look on that and you don't like to talk about that point in your life because people see it as, wow, you're so strong. And it's like, no, I literally had to do that to survive. You know what I mean? So there's definitely like this back and forth, back and forth. I feel like sometimes you feel very powerful. Sometimes you feel very weak. I feel like it's rare that you guys are really in a gray area. I feel like you often feel one way or the other. All right, we got the hedonist, the rescuer, the Messiah. Oh my God, and the child eternal. I've never even got the Messiah. Let's read that one first. The Messiah, serving humanity with humility, exaggerated belief that you're the only means which a cause can succeed. Oh my God. And you know what? Literally, seriously, that's what it is. Like, there's this level of superiority that does come with, you know, the ascension and, you know, spiritual ascension. And it's a superiority well-deserved, because not a lot of people go on that path. And it is something to treat with reverence. But think of a Messiah like, if you've heard of a Messiah, it's probably been in a church setting, right? The messenger, the person connected to God, the person that's a half step, you know, between humans and God, like a demigod. That's your energy, you know? And it is hard. I do feel for you guys. It is hard for you to, it's hard for you to communicate with other people. So people kind of see you as someone they fear a little bit and have a lot of respect for. We have the hedonist, light attributes, inspires creativity to embrace the good things in life, celebrates the beauty in yourself. Shadow attributes, pursues pleasure to the detriment of health, indulge at the expense of others. You guys may have an addictive personality when you get, like, I'm like that for sure. When I get a hobby that's new, I'm obsessed with it. When I like a new food, like, I'm obsessed with it. I eat it until I can literally never eat it again in my life. Like, I used to be obsessed with eggs as a kid. I used to always make my mom, my grandma, my aunt, whoever was available had to make me eggs every morning before I went to school. And I went through, like, seriously a 10-year period where eggs literally made me nauseous, like physically ill. I could not eat them. And just in the last 2 years, I've been able to consume eggs again. It's that serious. Like, addictive personality a little bit. Rescuer and the child eternal. Okay, so the light attributes of the rescuer provide strength and support to others in crisis, acts out of love with no expectation of reward. Shadow attributes assumes the rescued will reciprocate, keeps the rescued ones needy. So you may baby people a bit too much, you know, because you never want anyone to feel how you felt in the past. So, and then again, you kind of hate that because then people feel entitled to what you have, entitled to your energy. So I feel like you guys definitely fight yourself a lot. Child eternal, light attributes, determination to remain young, mind, body, and spirit, ability to see things with fresh eyes. Shadow attributes of this, inability to grow up and be responsible, extreme dependency on others for physical security. So again, I just keep getting this energy. It's like, you can be very dependent. You can also be very nurturing, and it just depends on the day, and people kind of feel like you're some of everything. We got heavy fire, earth, and water energy, so you may have any of those placements, but you know, tapping in, this is what people tell their friends and family about you. It's hard to understand you. It's hard to figure you out because, you know, there's all these different nuances, truly. Wow, you guys, that was a very deep spread. I was like the deepest one so far. If you want to go further, per usual, you can hit me up on Etsy. I do accept private tarot readings. Other than that, that is what I have for you today, and I will talk to you soon. All right, if you chose group 3 with the rose quartz point and the crystal visions tarot, this is your reading. We're getting into what romantic partners, romantic love interests, what do they tell their friends and family about you? So let's get your energy. How do they perceive your energy first? What do they tell people you're like? What is the energy they feel like you embody? Wow. Okay, so we have Mirabai and Saraswati as the first couple of cards that came out for you. The Saint of True Freedom and the Goddess of Self-Knowledge. Love is what sets me free. I am married to my own soul is what it says on this one. So you guys come across as someone who really has a lot of respect and love for yourself. Self-love and respect. People don't feel like you're someone who has low self-confidence. And if you feel like you do, people don't perceive you that way. They see you as someone with a lot of confidence, someone who treats themselves with high regard, respects yourself, like all of the things here. And then we have this one, the Goddess of Self-Knowledge. The essence of who I am flows effortlessly into everything that I create. So you guys are very spiritual. I've been getting a very spiritual energy from almost every group so far. And you guys are no different. But it feels very powerful. It feels very sure. It doesn't feel like I create. It feels more like I am for you guys. Therefore, you attract what you want to you. It's not as creative as an energy as the other groups where it's like, okay, they actually do magic and then they create, like, you know, this energy, they create what they want. With you guys, it's like you're so sure of yourself and you just are a true divine goddess or god that you really do attract what you want to. You don't have to overwork yourself and put in really too much for it to get the things that you want. So Teresa of Avila, and then Zhu Zhuanjing, I believe is how you pronounce it. The Lady of Interior Life. I trust the answers I find within me. I know the presence of love is real. Excuse me, I feel like you guys have experienced a miracle before. You may be a miracle baby. You may be like someone who's also made it through a lot, like things that other people would not make it through. You know, you look back on your life and you're genuinely surprised that you've made it so far or that you've made it where you are. And then we have the Mystic of Peace. I am peace when my mind is clear, the way is clear. So people have a hard time getting you, you know, riled up, getting you frazzled. People feel like you're very much so head on your shoulders straight, you're ready to go kind of immediately. This is like someone who's very well-rounded. You've got a clear head on your shoulders. People don't see you as like indecisive and all over the place. People see you as someone who has a lot of confidence, and the Hanged Man wanted to come out. I'll take it. I feel like that's talking about the surrender to the things that you've been through. Page of Pentacles, you're definitely someone who had to learn. You had to learn through experience. So I feel like you guys have experienced a lot. Wow, we got the Six of Cups here. A lot of angelic guidance I'm getting with you as well. The universe really does make provisions for you. Like I said, I keep getting this miracle energy, and that's confirmation for those of you who are watching this video more for entertainment, but you're really worried about bigger things. Confirmation the universe is going to help you with your situation, and especially if that like completely resonates with you, because it literally just came out channeled through this reading. So seriously, if you're looking for a miracle, you really need something to happen like by the end of this week, by the end of this month, the universe is letting you know the provision is going to come in for you. The abundance, whatever it is that you need, is going to come in for you. Let me get some water. People also feel like you can take them to the next level. Like with this Six of Cups, this is definitely an energy of being able to like level up people's life. You look good on people's arm, or you're a good person for someone to have in their corner, like someone who can really inspire and support. Let's see, what do we got going on? Yeah. Oh my God. So with you guys, we have the Eight of Wands. So your life is changing very quickly. Who you are is changing very quickly, and people can feel this around you. If you've been attracting like a lot of exes lately, like thinking about them a lot, dreaming about them a lot, having them call you, text you, just out of the blue, multiple people, friends and lovers, like ex-lovers. Eight of Cups in reverse, Three of Cups in reverse, people who specifically did not treat you the way you deserve to be treated in the past. Eight of Cups in reverse cannot let you go. They really want to remain attached to you. They really want to remain in your life because they're seeing and they're feeling energetically that your life is about to change, that things are getting better for you, and they're wanting to share in your abundance. So I'm almost tapping into an energy of you guys, group 3, where it's like, I hope I didn't say group 2. I always do that. I really hope I said group 3 in the beginning of the reading. But I'm tapping into an energy with you guys, group 3, where it's like you're in the middle of a transformation, and that's kind of where we are now. So I'm picking up on energy of people in the past and their perspective of you, and also people of the future and their perspective of you. People who meet you nowadays see you as someone who's very peaceful, someone who trusts your intuition. But people of the past may have seen you as someone who was very passionate, very emotional, someone not in control of their emotions, someone, you know, like perhaps a bit childish in the sense that you could be manipulated. Naive, that's the word I'm looking for. And now people that see you nowadays see you as the freaking high priestess. 10 of Pentacles, someone who's abundant on your own, someone who's been through a lot, someone who doesn't allow your situation to determine who you are and to like control you, someone with a lot of power. You're very sure of yourself and you're willing to surrender. And it's crazy because we got the Eight of Swords here, which isn't typically a positive card, but I feel like this just speaks to the level of acceptance that you guys have. Acceptance and surrender to the universe. And we did get that Hanged Man that came out before. I feel like you guys were brought to your knees by your no, I can't even talk. By a situation. And Six of Cups, the universe took you under its wing and saved you and is protecting you from, you know, further hurt, harm, danger, anything like that from anyone. Like you're being blocked energetically by the universe from people who want to come in from the past just to kind of take advantage of you, because the things that people say to you are very different depending on when they know you from. People who meet you moving forward, they have a lot of respect for you. They see you as the high priestess. 10 of Pentacles, someone who's very abundant. 8 of Swords, someone who's not afraid of anything, regardless of your situation. You know that you can make it through because can't nobody make it through the stuff that you've been through but someone who's very strong. But people of the past may have seen you in page position where you were weak or naive, or where you just didn't know very much. Someone they could kind of take advantage of. 3 of Cups in reverse. Someone that they could cheat on. Someone that they could pick other people over and then come back to. Like, I'm seeing all of the history here in your spread, you guys. I'm seeing what you've been through. But it's kind of like giving me these different messages. And like I said, it's because you guys are in the middle of a transformational period. We have the Wheel of Fortune and the 2 of Cups. Ooh, I love it. If you can hear that in the background, it's my cat. My cat likes to scratch the wall. It's like, dude, that's not your litter box. But anyways, we got the 2 of Cups and the Wheel of Fortune in reverse. You guys have not fully stepped into your abundance yet. And that's where I'm getting this miracle energy. I feel like the universe saved you before in the past, and the universe is also saving you moving forward. 2 of Cups, you're about to get blessed with another relationship. This wasn't even supposed to be a predictive reading, but it's coming up. 2 of Cups, you're about to enter another relationship. Wheel of Fortune in reverse, it's not here yet though, or your abundance isn't here yet. So like I said, just know you're in a transformational period. So your reading is going to be a little bit different than the other groups because of where you are in the journey. The way people perceive you depends on where they know you from. You know, exactly, Messiah. The light attribute, serving humanity with humility, shadow attributes, exaggerated belief that you're the only means through which a cause can succeed. You have a lot of faith in yourself. I always read the light and shadow attributes of these cards. Some readers don't like to read the shadow attributes, but I like to get into the light and the dark. The yin and the yang. And with this Messiah card, this is definitely future energy, or how people see you now and moving forward. Someone who can darn near predict the future because of how connected you've gotten to your higher self and your high priestess. They see you as someone who always just knows. Oh, and then we got the companion card. Light attribute, loyalty, tenacity, and unselfishness. Shadow attributes, betrayal by misusing confidences, loss of personal identity. I feel like this is a bit of the future and the past, because I do feel like you lost yourself in a relationship, which caused you to have this 3 of Cups in reverse situation, or this 3 of Cups situation that's now in reverse, that has these people still attached to you. For one, they're still attached to you because they did you wrong and the scales are not balanced. So they're either going to have to receive karma for that, or they're going to come back and try to make amends with you so they can avoid karma. But with this 3 of Cups in reverse, where someone chose someone else over you, or someone misused you, or, you know, didn't treat you the way that you deserve to be treated, that's what caused you to lose your identity, lose your self-worth, lose the way that you should have, you know, been treating yourself. But then also the light attributes of this one is loyalty, tenacity, and unselfishness. So I feel like people who meet you moving forward still get the best of you. But I feel like you're more balanced now, where you know what to do, how to handle certain relationships, how not to end up in that position again. And then we have the Prince, light attributes of the Prince, romantic charm and potential for power, shadow attribute, using power for self and aggrandizement. Ooh, so you may low-key think you're better than a lot of people. And that's what I said. I don't know if I said it to you guys or if it was to group 2, but I was saying, like, when you go through these spiritual awakenings, honestly, like, it is hard to communicate with people on an everyday level, because it's like, you haven't been through what I've been through. You didn't go through the ascension. You haven't done the work. So yeah, I am, you know, in a way a bit not better than you, but I'm in a higher standing than you, babes, because I've really gone through it. So that's just the honest to goodness truth. You may not feel like many people can understand you or resonate with you. All right, so we got the Child, magical, and then we got the Rescuer. Light attributes of the Child, magical, is seeing the potential for power and sacred beauty in all things, the belief that everything is possible. Shadow attributes of this one, pessimism, depression, disbelief in miracles. Wow, it's crazy because there's been a miracle that has happened in the past and a miracle coming for you guys in the future. And I'm not surprised that you don't believe it, especially if it's something like, okay, I gotta get my rent paid by the end of this month. Like, we're getting so close to it that it's like, if that's the miracle you're waiting for, I fully understand why you would, you know, not want to believe that and lean into like that optimistic, you know, kind of point of view, because it's like, listen, I'm waiting for something that can really affect my life here. So it is what it is. Believing that energy and action are not required for growth. Rescuer, light attributes of this one: provides strength and support to others in crisis, acts through love with no expectation of reward. Shadow attributes of this one: assumes that the rescued will reciprocate, keeps the rescued one needy. And that may be why you have these energetic attachments to you guys. I would definitely recommend doing a cord cutting ritual to, if you can't have conversations with people where you can end amicably. Sorry, gotta crack my knuckles. I would definitely do a cord cutting ritual. Because that keeps people from energetically kind of treating your life like a hotel revolving door, you know, coming in and out, in and out, in and out, wasting your time and, you know, holding you up, holding up your life. But that rescuer energy and how good the relationships are with you is what keeps people attached. That's what keeps people coming back. So let me just like summarize these energies so far and then we'll proceed. People from the past, they see you as someone who was naive, potentially easy to manipulate, definitely a lover, very passionate, very much so in love with them, willing to give your all. I mean, willing to be vulnerable to the furthest degree. I mean, you know, like I'm hearing like on your knees type of energy where it's like you would beg, or you would, you know, be on your knees to please them. Like, you're not afraid of being vulnerable or in a vulnerable position. You know, they see you as someone who was very naive, you know, with this child magical. They see you as someone who's very magical and optimistic, bright-eyed, bushy-tailed, very innocent, you know, like a doe-eyed deer, or I guess it would be doe, the babies. You know, like someone very delicate, and they took advantage of that and they ruined it, to be honest. People see you moving forward, they kind of see you the same in the sense where you still have this childlike essence to you, but I just feel you're a bit more grown now. And they see you as like soulmate. They see you as someone who they have a very deep spiritual connection with. Six of Cups, someone who can level them up. Hangman, someone who will still give your heart even though you've been through a lot. High Priestess, though, someone who's very emotionally intelligent and someone who's very tapped in. So someone that they know that they cannot get over on and they cannot play. Ten of Pentacles, someone who's abundant in their own right. Someone who has the ability to attract resources, has the ability to make their own money. And they also see you as, with this Messiah, I feel like you guys are psychic, like you have psychic visions. Okay, that's a Raven. They see you as someone like you may be clairaudient, you may be claircognizant, you may have, you know, some seriously developed spiritual gifts. Like I've personally I've been seeing things back and forth for the last few years, but I've really been seeing things this year. And yeah, I resonate with this energy because my spiritual gifts have really increased to a level that I thought only happened in the movies. And I feel like some of you guys embody that energy as well. So we have Go the Distance, number 47. 4s and 7 may be a number that you resonate with, or a number that always calls out to you. Go the distance, someone willing to go all the way. We got Poised, clean it up. Yeah, exactly. I honestly don't feel like you guys have changed very much besides like what you had to change. And then we have the Flexible card. So you may be immutable or a cardinal sign, or just like I said, you get like very flexible, you know. It's like poised, you're more mature, but you haven't lost your original essence. You're still the same person, still the same lover, still passionate, but not to not to a fault where you hurt yourself, not to a place where you're being disrespected and hurt, etc. Like, you're still the same person, but not, I guess it's a bit hard to explain, but you know, not to you. You'll get it, because you actually embody this energy. So we have clean it up and poised, you know. It's like, I haven't changed, but you didn't see me for who I truly was. And we got the Orphan card at the bottom of the deck. So the changes that you have gone through seriously may have, you know, stemmed from a relationship where you were abandoned, or someone, you know, left you, didn't see your value. Exactly. We have the Imagine card. You guys still have that childlike nature very active in you too. If you saw, the card like flew over there, you know, it flew out of the deck, flew over there. You're very much so still connected to that magical child. And I feel like you just know now that you have to have a safe space and someone romantically if you're really going to allow this energy to come out. You understand that not everyone will treat you, you know, correctly. You understand that not everyone deserves to see this energy or to enjoy this energy. We got Message in a Bottle. Look at this, you guys. Oh my God. Between worlds. What was I literally saying? You guys are literally between worlds, in the middle of a transformation. Since the very freaking beginning of your spread, I felt that energy. We have the Unfinished Symphony card. We've also talked about that too, and it's funny because it's number 10. You may be seeing a lot of 10-10. A lot of 3-3-3 as well, letting you know you're going through the mind, body, and soul upgrades. So different areas of your life are being upgraded back to back. But yeah, Unfinished Symphony, the same as the Eight of Cups. A lot of people wanting to talk to you, a lot of people wanting to be in your life, having a hard time letting you go. And then we have Message in a Bottle, which is all about, you know, smooth and slow and steady and intentional communication. I feel like when you say something now, you think about it. When you do something now, you think about it. You know, you're mindful of your energy and what you give. I'm proud of you guys. You've definitely gone through a transformation. Like I said, depending on who we're talking about, that's going to determine what they tell their friends and family about you. But that is everything that we got here. Per usual, if you want to go deeper, you can check me out on Etsy, or if you want your own private tarot reading, I do accept them there. But that was your reading. That's what I have for you guys today, and I'll talk to you soon. All right, group 4, if you chose the Obsidian Point and the Animal Totem Tarot, this is your reading. We're getting into what romantic partners, romantic love interests tell their friends, tell their family about you, how they truly perceive your energy, and what they say about you. So let's jump right in and see what we get for you guys. Ooh, I love Lakshmi. What are the messages for group 4? I hope I said group 4. I feel like I've been messing up the numbers all day. Ooh, we got some very, very, very powerful figures for you guys. Some Indian goddesses here. We got Kali and Lakshmi. The mother of the universe. I release all that doesn't serve me. It's time to be the truth of who I am. Wow. I heard Renaissance. I'm also hearing revival. And then we have Lakshmi, the goddess of abundance. I choose to feel abundant. Wealth is an inside job. Wow. I feel like you guys have gone through a relationship in your past that kind of made you compromise your growth, because now I feel like your perspective is so different. You're like, you know, out of everything that I've been through, where has it gotten me? Where has it gotten me to water myself down? Did it get me married? Did it get me in the relationship of my dreams? Did it get me the job of my dreams? No, it did not. It did not benefit me ultimately to conform. So now you guys are choosing to be truly who you are, embodying whatever energy feels fit. And you're confident about this, and you're not afraid of yourself, and you're not going to water yourself down. It's just not happening. You won't do it. Very, very, very powerful goddess energy. I get a bit of a destructive energy with this as well, where it's like you have the powers of creation and destruction both within you. Yemaya, the goddess of all that flows. And then we have Yeshe Tsogal. I'm an ocean of creative energy. I give birth to what exists within me. Yeah, it's all like, I'm hearing I'm every woman. It's all in me. It's definitely this energy of this like quiet confidence that you guys have in yourself. Like no one is able to shake you. No one is able to intimidate you. Lady of the Lotus born, embodiment of the deepest bliss. My body was made for enlightenment. So I feel like you guys are taking a very unique path. I feel like you guys are taking a very spiritual path as well. I feel like you didn't expect that you would end up here in this position. Like whatever you were interested in when you were younger is not what you're interested in now. I feel like I said a revival, a renaissance. I feel like a complete 180. Like you guys have really, really changed. So people see you nowadays as really powerful, really abundant, a goddess to be respected. You know, someone who's happy with themselves. It's giving, now I'm seeing Beyonce Lemonade, and I think it's Hold Up. I think that's what the song is called, but it's when she was in that yellow dress and she came out of the church and the water, you know, came out and she had the bat and she was, you know, skipping around town, busting windows and all sorts. It's giving that type of energy where there's this bliss and this freedom that you feel, but it is also very destructive. And it's destructive in the best possible way, in a true divine feminine kind of way. You're not afraid to recreate yourself. You're not afraid to F some up, okay? You're not afraid of anything. You honestly come across as very fearless. So we have Saraswati and then Mary of Nazareth. Like the energy is so black and white. It's so yin and yang, like the feminine and the masculine. The goddess of self-knowledge, the essence of who I am flows effortlessly into everything I create. So when you do something, you put your heart and soul in it, you know? If it's not a hell yes, you're not into it. You know what I mean? It's got to be a absolutely, I know this is what I want. This is what I'm going to do. Mary of Nazareth, the mother of God, I am blessed. My courage gives birth to the divine. Beautiful. You birth a lot of energies. I feel like you guys have a lot of I get a light worker energy with you guys. Like you may wake up and you're still exhausted. You do a lot of work in the dream space. I feel like you're a light worker. You do grid work. We have the Two of Swords and the Temperance card, which is literally like the same energy, that same two energy, but it manifested in two different ways. You know, Two of Swords can be very limiting. Two of Swords can be very destructive. But whereas when you have Temperance, that's a balance of those two energies. So it's truly like you're a creator, you're a destroyer as well. Definitely a force to be reckoned with. And we have the Judgment card in reverse, so I don't feel like you've reached your peak to any capacity. You are still going to continue to grow and evolve. Like you are not your best version of yourself. Like even if you have a lot of abundance already, you're going to be freaking gazillionaire. Seriously. You're going to see a lot of abundance in this lifetime. People see you as very limitless. We have the High Priestess in reverse and the Page of Pentacles in reverse. So regardless, people get a genuine energy from you. I feel a little bit of group 3 energy, where it's like you guys are, I wouldn't say you're in a full transition. Group 3 was definitely still transitioning. With you guys, it feels more like you just haven't fully embraced all parts of yourself, or they haven't come up yet. You know, like a lot of times we even start to question our personal growth because we haven't had the ability to apply it. With you guys, it feels like that, like where it's not that you're not fully out of your transitional phase, but you haven't been able to apply your new power, your new enlightenment, your new gifts, etc. People see you and they're a bit intimidated by you. What do they tell their friends and family about you? They tell them that, I'm like, how the hell do you describe this energy? How do you describe dark matter? You know what I mean? The ability to morph into anything needed at the moment. That's literally what it's like to describe your energy. Like when people try to describe you, it's like they literally can't come up with the words. High Priestess in reverse, Page of Pentacles in reverse, they haven't seen your potential. You may not fully show people who you are because you feel like it'll scare them or it'll be too much for them or they won't understand you. There's a fear of being misunderstood because, and it's literally because of that energy, because you are the all. You embody, you know, the dark feminine, the light feminine, the dark masculine, the light masculine. So it's like, how do you describe something that is everything? Yeah, Nine of Pentacles with the Five of Wands in reverse. Very confident in yourself, very secure, limitless, all sorts of possibilities, very abundant. People see you as a good person. Five of Wands in reverse, they're not afraid of you like physically or scared of you like in the sense where, you know, you creep them out. It's definitely an intimidating energy. Your energy is hard to process. It's very intense. It's hard to put into words as well. But I can say for the most part, people see you as pretty positive. We got the Five of Wands in reverse and the Nine of Pentacles. So people see you as dependable. People see you as someone who would be an asset to have to their lives, a good person to have on their team. But they also don't know exactly how to describe you because a lot of things you hide about yourself. You don't reveal your hand right away. You don't show people who you are right away. And I feel like that may be something you've learned through experience. I feel like you're very wise as well, being that Mary of Nazareth came out for you. I feel like a lot of spiritual things have always happened to you since you were a kid. Like you used to always hear someone calling your name or you used to see spirits, ghosts, you know, things like that. And that may have gotten suppressed, you know, by your parents being like, listen, we don't acknowledge ghosts in this house. You can see what you want to see, but you're gonna have to shut that up. That's how my parents, that's how it was in my household. They were like, listen, if you see something, no you didn't. Like seriously, if you see something, no you didn't, don't acknowledge it. So there may have been a suppression of your gifts that are re-emerging, you know, and it sucks because when you do suppress like your spiritual gifts when you're young, that's when you're most closely connected to it. And you know, if you learn to suppress them right away, it's going to be harder later down the line to try to reconnect to that spiritual center. But generally a good energy people get from you guys, so that's good. We got Four of Pentacles in reverse, Four of Swords in reverse. We got some repeating fours. Fours may be significant to you. You may see a lot of combinations of four as an angel number: 404, 444, 414, 114, 144, that type of thing. Ones and fours I'm feeling. But for the most part, like I said, you know, Four of Pentacles in reverse, you don't seem selfish. Four of Swords in reverse, you don't seem like someone who's plotting, but you just seem like you're not telling people everything. You know what I mean? People really have to pry out of you what you're truly feeling, and I don't think it can even necessarily be pried out of you. I think it's always a conscious choice. You choose to open yourself up to people. You choose to let people in. It's never a situation where people can really get over on you, you know? Wow, the Lovers in reverse and the Page of Cups. So honestly, you come across as someone who isn't thirsty for love at all. They see you as independent. They see you as someone who's willing to recreate yourself over and over again. Someone who is going to date, you know what I mean? Like I always use Rihanna as a example. She's such a perfect example, seriously, of the divine feminine. In this case, we're not talking about, or sorry, not the divine feminine, the dark feminine, Rihanna. In this case, it's not about her dark feminine energy, but it's about, like, you know how she literally dated a billionaire? Now she is a billionaire. You know what I mean? After she left a billionaire and now that she's having a baby with A$AP Rocky, people are looking at her like, oh, you're settling. How can a billionaire settle? The only thing you can offer to me is love, because I am already a billionaire. I am literally equal to the last person I dated that everyone was so shocked and surprised that I left. Now I have as much money as them. And she left that relationship confident that she would be able to continue to succeed and grow and find love. And now the only thing you can do that's going to get on her good side is to love her correctly. That's all you will ever have to offer, because she's literally a billionaire. You know what I mean? And that's the energy people get from you, where it's like, ooh, I can't get over on him. I can't get over on her by showering them with gifts and giving them money. I really have to be the right person for them and provide them love, because lovers in reverse, you guys do not come across as thirsty for a relationship. You're a baddie. You know who you are. You've leveled up. You've glowed up. You know what I mean? So Page of Cups, that's an energy of being open to love, and you want to have fun. You want a romantic relationship to really be fulfilling. Like, you're not just going to jump into a relationship because someone is willing to, you know, settle down with you. You're like, okay, but are you a good match? Do you have all the qualities that I want? Do I desire you in all ways? Do I need you? Do I feel like I can't live without you? Like, do you do the practical things that I need, you know, to feel love? And if the answer is no, lovers in reverse, they don't get to have you. So they see you as someone who's hard to get. We got the 10 of Wands and the Hermit. Yeah, hard to get. Perfectly fine on your own with that Hermit card. 10 of Wands, someone who will pack your bags and move on regardless of the situation. And I don't feel like this has anything to do with like whether or not you love hard. I feel like you do love hard, but it's just like you ain't no dummy. You ain't no fool. You know what I mean? 5 of Swords in reverse, you cannot be taken advantage of. You cannot be played. You're not someone who is going to go for the okie doke. So people know if they want to step to you, they got to step correct. Everybody wants to be with you. We got the Companion. Light attributes of the Companion: loyalty, tenacity, and unselfishness. Shadow attributes of the Companion: betrayal by misusing confidence, loss of personal identity. And this is that energy that I didn't want to say because I didn't want to jump the gun and assume. But this is definitely the underlying energy here, where I feel like it was an experience that brought this out of you. I feel like it was a whole process. Like, to a degree, this energy was suppressed as a child. And then in a relationship, you suppressed it as well, because that's what you were used to. You were used to like watering yourself down or suppressing yourself for other people, whether that's from your parents. And then it happened in relationships because, you know, that's how you were raised or that's how you grew up. And then loss of personal identity. I feel like you lost yourself in another person or in another person's dream. You lost yourself in your parents' world, what they created for you and what they wanted for you. And now you found yourself again. It may not have been a relationship, because I'm not getting like this is from a relationship for a fact. But I'm getting there's been this process where you have found yourself, and that's why it's different from group 3, because they were very much so like smack dab in the middle of their transformation. But with you guys, this feels like you're out of that transformational period, but you haven't gotten too many opportunities to apply this energy, because I still feel like you're kind of figuring out what you want, or you're trying to navigate like what's best for you. You're still kind of learning. So at this point, you just want to have fun. You want to be free. And that doesn't mean like you want to like sleep around and like be a city girl, be a city boy. This is more of an energy of you wanting to learn through experience what it is that you need. Oh my God, we got the God. We got the God that came out. Light attributes of the God: benevolence and compassion, recognizing the eternal force within yourself and others. Shadow attributes of the God: despotism and cruelty, using power to control people. Yeah, you know, I gotta be honest, I do feel that. I feel like, you know, we don't even have to go there, you know what I mean? But when people don't learn not to stop messing with you, when people constantly try you, it's like, okay, I'm gonna show you what being mean looks like. You're not gonna manipulate me and make me feel like I'm a meanie and I'm always doing XYZ to you. I didn't do nothing to you. You're fine. I'm gonna show you. I'm gonna make an example out of you. I'm gonna show you what being mean looks like. I'm gonna show you what being ghosted and not having me in your life looks like. And that is like, the most hurtful thing to people. They get so hurt by it because people don't even realize that it's truly a gift to have your attention. People can feel things emotionally just having your focus beyond their life. And it's like that God energy, you know, when God or the universe lays its hand on your life, you feel that. You feel the love, you feel the abundance. It brings you to your knees. I've had moments like that where I just feel this overwhelming feeling of just like love, and it brings me to tears, literally. Maybe because I'm a Cancer, but it definitely brings me to tears. It's overwhelming. You can, when the love is real, you can feel it. But when you're cast out of the kingdom, you guys, like, it hurts. So I feel like people feel like you're very confident. People feel like you're very attractive, very much so desired. And honestly, some people feel like they don't amount to this energy, but I don't even feel like you care. Like, if you're too scared, yes, be afraid. Stay out of my way. You know what I mean? I feel like that's how you kind of look at it, because I can't do nothing with nobody that's scared, too scared to talk to me. Like, yes, please be scared and stay out of my way, because that lets me know that you don't have enough masculine energy to do anything for me. All right, you guys, we did get the bully. Light attributes of this one: highlights your tendency to intimidate others, helps you confront inner fears that bully you. Shadow attributes of this one: conceals deep fears behind verbal or physical attack. So tapping into this energy, you know, it may be like eat or be eaten type of energy. I feel like you guys embrace your light and dark, and that's, again, going back to Rihanna, why people are so attracted to her, because, you know, she's not afraid to be the bad gal. You know, she was sweet when the lunchtime done together. Sweet pop girl turned, you know, good girl turned bad through her experience with physical. Can't say certain things on YouTube. If you read the card, you know what it actually says, but it's one of those words that you don't really want to use on here. But that changed her, and now she can be somewhat of a, you know, bully to people. But I love it because they deserve it. The guys that she's dealt with, clowns, some of them. So we have Chopwood and No Place Like Home. You know, people feel like you're hardworking, very determined. You really can't do anything on your own. Like I said, you give off a billionaire energy. You may be the first millionaire in your family. You may even be a billionaire. Okay, dream big. But tapping into this energy, you can get anything that you want. And No Place Like Home, people feel very safe and secure and loved by you. They do not want to lose you. It's the best of both worlds. That is what I have for you guys. That is what they tell their friends and family about you. Per usual, you can hit me up on Etsy. That is where I accept private tarot readings if you want to go deeper, or if you want to get your own reading about something else. But yeah, you guys, that is what I have for you today. That was your reading, and I'll talk to you soon.